And sound on. Transition, and hello everyone. How are you doing, Emma?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing alright. Don't have anything super exciting to share between yesterday and today. How about yourself?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, that means it's Sudoku time, which means you must like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share the stream. Okay, you have probably done all of those things now. Let's hop over to the Sudoku puzzle. First one we're going to try today is Zippy by GDC. Normal-ish Sudoku rules apply, i.e. place one of the digits 0 through 8 in every empty cell so that there are no repeated digits in any row, column, or 3x3 box. Every 3-cell sequence on a teal line contains one digit from 0, 3, 6, one from 1, 4, 7, and one from 2, 5, and 8. Digits in equal distance to the hat on the lavender line sum to the hatted digit. Digits joined by eyes are in a 1-to-2 ratio, i.e. one digit will be double the other, and digits joined by a small white dot differ by 1. Digits joined by an X sum to 10. Alrighty then. Well, we know that these are going to have to be from 1, 2, 4, and 8, where the middle is not 1 or 8. So the teal line, so that is going to be red, yellow, blue, red, blue, red, yellow, blue, means this is red.
And that 10 is either going to be 3, 7, or 4, 6. It cannot be 2, 8 because 2 and 8 are from the same group.
Right. Okay, and on here, the purple line, it's a zipper line, which makes sense because Zippy and Clippy. So digits in equal distance to the hat on the lavender line sum to the hatted digit. So, well, 8's our maximum value, so I can't put an 8 on Zippy. That's going to give us a 2 in the middle.
Yeah, looking again at box 2, since 3, 4, 6, and 7 are all from red and blue, yellow's going to have to be from 2, 5, and 8.
Oh, right. Okay.
And what was the hat again?
The hat is the sum of digits that are an equal distance apart.
Okay.
So these two, those two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. background. But where can I put 8 in here? Well, it can't be on a zipper line, so that's going to have to be 8. This is a 2. And I can't put a pair of 4s, so this is going to have to be 1, 7. And 4 will pair 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, there. So we get
3 and 5 are the 2 corners in box 1. Because it gave me 1 and 7, 2 and 6 or 4, so.
Yeah, this one pairs with that one. This one pairs with that one, and this one pairs with that.
The last 2 left in box 1 are 0 and 6.
Oh, I can put 8 on here, but then I would have to put something smaller there. So
right, yeah.
Because it would have to be 0 and 8 someday, which isn't allowed. Okay. This one pairs with this one, for sure.
Oh, well, they're in box 1. The red square is 0 or 6.
Yeah.
So in box 2, the X is resolved because red would have to be 6 there and blue is 4.
All right. Here, 3 and 1, 4, 7. 3, 4, 6, 8. 4 and 6 aren't allowed because the 4 that blocks it out from there.
And the black square, the other half of that's going to be 2 or 8.
Yeah. The orange pair, also 2 and 8, and that's 8. This is 0. 2 pairs with 6. This is 0, which pairs with the 8 as well. So that's actually a tad confusing, but yeah. 8 are out. So that's 3, 7, 3, 0, a 5, a 3, not a 5. Start me, please. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 8, 0, 5, 6, 7, 3.
Well, 5 and 6 are the only consecutive.
Four, 8, 2, 3, 7. Ooh. This orange. It looks like those are consecutive, and since this has to be even, because it sees 1, 3, 5, and 7, and there is no 9. And this is a white dot. This has to be 5. Which must pair with 4 instead of 6.
So then the other white dot there is going to have to be a 0, 1, 2. And 1's going to have to be.
So that's 0, 6, 8. That's a 1, 2 pair. But if that's 0, 6, 8, that makes this
2 to 1.
All right. So that is 8 and 2 and 1 and 6, 0, 7, and 1. Interesting puzzle. Wow, this puzzle's almost a year old. Excuse me, this puzzle is a year old. January of last year. This is February of this year. It was a nice puzzle.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. So regular easy. Alright. Next we're going to do Add-On by James Cobb. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Each 3x3 box contains a circled digit which is equal to the add end of that box. The add end applies to all cells of the box it lies within. The value of each cell is equal to the digit placed in the cell added to the add end of its box. The 9 circled cells contain a different digit. Cells separated by a black dot have values in which one is double the other. Not all black dots are necessarily given. Box borders divide blue lines into segments whose values are the same sum. Different lines may have different sums. I still don't get the add end. Each 3x3 box contains a circled digit which is equal to the add end of that box. The add end applies to all cells of the box it lies within. The value of each cell is equal to the digit placed in the cell added to the add end of its box. Okay, so I guess what that means is that the add end is just simply a digit that is added to every cell inside of the box, which really only matters for the equal sum line. So let's say this was a 5. Then if I placed a 1, a 2, and a 3 here, this 1 would actually be a 6. This 3 would actually be an 8, and this 2 a 7. Is that how you're reading that?
Yeah, I think so.
And I guess it would also have to be the black dots as well. So let's say this was a 7. Then I could put a 5 to make 12, but then I would need to make 24, which isn't possible. I can't make 6, clearly. The minimum value of the cell is 8. So maybe I make this 5 instead, and a 1, and a 7. Because 1 and 5 is 6, and 5 and 7 is 12, and now they're double.
And then the one on the other side of that crop key is going to depend on the other box.
Yeah. But I think that's the rules. And then I can't put a 2 here and then a 2 up here. All of those are different. Okay. I believe that's the rules we're operating on. Which just simply means that these two are the same, except for the fact that they're add-ends. Same there. Same here. But because we have different add-ends. Okay. This is going to be a hard puzzle.
Well, if you look at box 5, that's a 4-digit run.
Yeah. Which means it's the sum of this plus 4 times that.
Right. And it would be minimum 10.
Plus 5 times 4, which is 20. So total minimum it's 30.
Well,
although, if I put the 5 on here and put a 1 on there, then this becomes 14 and 4 for 18. And 2 nines
9 is 18.
is 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven, 8, 9.
So those all sum to 18.
Yeah. So if I've got 2 18s, that's 36. But that's 36 minus x times 3 and minus 3y, where x and y are these two.
Right.
If I take out the 3 from everything, 36, oh wait, hold on, can I even do that? The value of this run, the value, the big V,
Right.
is 36. 36 is equal to the digits plus 3x and 3y. So if I do, well, I don't know how to read that. I mean, the minimum of value of the digits is 21. And the minimum value of these two is 2 and 3, which is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 and 21 is 36, which is our minimum, so that's going to have to be what it is. So, well,
If
one
we
of
look
these...
I was going to say, if we look at the crappie dot down there in box 8, or 7 rather, 7 wouldn't work on the crappie because it 7 and 8 would be 15. That doesn't work. 7 and 7 would be 14.
But
you
can't
can't
do 7
go up
and
to
7.
28.
So you could go down to 7.
But there's no way to get to 7.
Oh, right. And then 7 and 9 is 16. 7 and 1 is 8. So you can do 7 and 9.
I think that's the only thing that does work.
An
Because
8
8
here would be odd on both of those.
Right, and the only thing that could make it even would be the 8.
Yeah. And we already
So
said, yeah. So this has to be 7 and 9, and then we divide by 1. Or, excuse me, divide by 2 to go from 16 down to 8.
Yeah, it's going to have to go down to 8. So the circle can't be 4 because that would make 4, and it can't be 8. So then that's 2 or 3. Yeah.
The 3 is going to make this 1, 2, 6, and the 2 would be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because 2 times 3 is 6. 3, 4, 5 is 12. Well, this can't be 3, 4, 5. Can it? 3, 4, 5, and 2. And 2 again. So this cannot be 3, 4, 5. Because if it was, you'd have 2, 3, 4, and 5 in 5 digits. That's a 3, that's a 2. 2 comes off. That's 3. 8, 9, and 5. 4. Oh yeah, I can't add, apparently. 7, 8, 9 is only 3 digits. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. First try. I think this has to be a 2, 3 pair. Because 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 are already taken, so there's our 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8. So 8 and 6 out. 2, 4, 5.
Okay,
2, 4,
now
5. 9.
the blue line in box 7, that's 25. No. 8 and 16, 24. Excuse me, 24.
Yeah. 10 and 14.
So in box 6, we have 18. We have to add 6 more. So the blue line on box 6 adds to 6 as it is. Because it's 24. So in box 6,
oh, these two, you said.
yeah, box 6.
Okay.
You kept looking at box 8.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
and 2, 4, 5.
so that gives us 1, 2, and places the 6 in box 4.
We know those two are 8. So then these two,
7 sum to 16.
8, 16. Which is either 6 with the 5 as the addend, or 4 with 6 as the addend.
Right, and 4 wouldn't work because 4 would be 1 and 3, and there's a 1 in the row.
Oh, right. So then that must be 5 and 3, and you said
4.
Right. 4 takes the 4 off. 5 isn't allowed. 5 isn't allowed. 5 isn't allowed. 4, 6, and 8. That's fine. 2, 4, 3, 5. 8, 7.
Okay,
So
in box
9.
8.
Here.
Oh, you finished that. The single, the blue line there. If it can't be 1 because that would be 6, and you can't do 4 and 2, and you can't do 6 and 0. 1 and 6 is 11. 4 and 7 would work. 6 and 5 would work.
Except you couldn't do 2 6s.
Right. So it would be 4 and 7.
So the 4 over here is removed from these by these.
Right. 5 and 7 is 12. 4 would be 8, and you get 6.
5 and 9 is 14.
14.
6 and 8 is the first time 6 works, but then 4 isn't allowed. We said 7 and 8?
Yeah. 5 and 6 is 11. 5 and 7 is 12. And then 5 and 9 is 14, which would be 6 and 8.
This is minimum 7, and it goes all the way up to 10.
So if it's
Do 8. We couldn't go 8 and 2. We could go 8. We couldn't go 8 and 1. The 8's out. 6 would be 1 through 4, but 1 and 2 are out.
8 and 2 is there is a 2 over there, so yeah, you can't do 2.
4, Eve, and 5 and 6 as options. We know we have minimum, well, these have to be 3, 4, and 6. 6 have those two. Already done by that. But this is minimum 12 and maximum 15. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 12, it's 4 and 8. If it's 13, 5 and 8 are 6 and 7. 15. Yeah.
9,
6,
8,
9 or
7.
7, 8.
I guess you can't put an 8 here, because 8 would have to pair with 6, which is 14, but you would need a 5.
Right.
Our max is 15.
Right.
6 would be 12.
Which would have to be 1 and 2.
Which is possible. 4 would be 8. And I can sum all the way up to 7. Oh, I keep yawning.
Oh. The circle in boxes 6 and 9, or 3 and 9, are both 4, 6.
Oh.
So box 2 is 8. So the possibilities now become 8 and 4 for 12, 8 and 5 for 13, and 8 and 7 for 15. So that can't be a 6.
This is one more than that one. This is maximum 6. So same here, because
All right, you can't have a 1 on that page.
right. But if this was 4 and 7, this 4 would make it 8, and if I add 7 to that, that's 15. I would put a 6 and a 7. So these are both max 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. That one, that it doesn't see there, so that this could end up being that. If this is 6, then this would have to be 1, 3. Excuse me, 1, 2. Because 6 is doubled as 12.
Right.
And 1 and 2 are the minimum. So that's an extra 3 on top of 12, which is 15, which is the maximum. So if this is a 4, neither of those can be 4s. this is +1, and this is +4. Which means that this is 3 more or 5 more than this.
Right.
So 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 3 and 5 makes 7 and 9.
Well, it can't be the bottom of that, the part of it that's in box 5 can't be a 7. Because that would be 8. And 4 and 4 you can't do, and 6 and 2 you can't do.
Right.
If it's 8, that's 9. 3 and 6, 4 and 5. 9 would be 10. 4, 6. So, yeah.
We get 3 and 4, or 5 and 6, depending on whether this is a 4 or a 6.
Right.
Because if this is a 6, this is either 3 or 4. If this is a 4, then this is either 5 or 6. What are we missing? Something's missing. Oh, these two are different. This is red,
Right.
this one's blue. Well, these 3 see both of them. Neither of them can be 6, neither of them can be 4. Six and 3 pairs with 8, and 4 and 5 pairs with 8.
8. Right. So that's now
Because
8.
yeah, to get these to be 10, they had to be a
You
4,
can't
6
sum to
pair.
10, right?
None of those have an 8 in them, so that's that. Well, now this can't be a 6, because the only way Because the maximum needs for was 7. But now this doesn't have a 1, so this couldn't be a 6. That was true much earlier. 5 and 1 is 6. 5 and 3 is 8, which is too much. 3 and 1. So the maximum of these two is 6. While staying below 7. Because you can do 1 and 2, 3, or 5. Or you can do 3 with 2, which is only 5. So 1 and 5 is 6, which is the maximum. 6 and 2 4s is 14. So I can't put a 6 or 7 here. So that would be 15, which I can no longer reach. Except with 6 and a 1 2 pair. Darn it. Letters on there now.
Actually, 5 doesn't work anymore. 5 and 1 is 6.
Yeah. It doesn't work
Plus
with
8
6.
would be 14. Well, you can't do 14.
That would be a 5. Okay.
And if it was, yeah. So 3 and 1 is 4. Plus 12 is 16. Doesn't work. Plus 8 is 12. That still works.
Yeah.
But 2 and 3, yeah, okay. So the bottom can't be a 3 because 2 and 3 is 5. Plus 8 is 13. Never mind. But can we hit 15 anymore?
1, 2, and a 6.
Oh, right, 6.
12 more.
13 is 5 and 8. 12 is 4 and 8. Okay.
This is either 1 more than this one, if this is a 4, or 1 less, if this is a 6. But if I do a 9, that makes that 8 and 6. 7, so it's 12, 4, and 8. And 6 is 11, 4, and 7. Seven, 5. That's on 2. This isn't high enough. And this one is 5 or 8. This is 8 or 2. And these three cannot be 6 or 4 because the same.
Right.
These have to be
It
4
sees
or
both
6.
of them.
So that gives us a 7 8 pair. Makes this 5 or 6, and this 7 8 pair takes 7 out.
Well, the 7 8 in the box takes the 7 out of the end of row 8 too. Which means the 7 is in box 8. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. One, 3, 6, 7. Can't be 2 and 4 either.
Well, 3 has to be. Well, we already knew that because this 2 3s were about 5.
Oh, that's. Do we have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Where?
in column 7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 6. But the only one that's a 5 is that one. This has to be 7 or 8.
And 5 went with 4 in
Right.
box 3.
Make 9. And now.
And 8 plus.
So this is either 1, 3, because I can't
Or
make
2.
it 7.
Right.
This is a 4, so 1, 3. 3. 6, 4, another 6. 2, 5.
Oh, wait a minute. Could it have been 13 though? Because you could still do 2, 3.
No, because the 5 ruined the 13 with the 8.
Oh, right, right. Okay.
Seven, 8, 9, 6.
6 in box 9. 6 only worked with 8.
Right. Because this has to be 1 less than what's in here, which is 8 and 9. There we go.
It was challenging, that's for certain.
Mm-hmm. Feel like James Top puts theirs on Logic Masters Germany. That's not Logic Masters Germany, that's Cracking the Cryptic. Highly recommend their channel. But that's not what I meant to pull up. Where I usually get most of the puzzles from. So do check them out. I believe I have it linked in the description down below. It's supposed to be linked there. But I have found that sometimes it does keep the link. I don't know what the reason for that is. But I need to pull up another puzzle, so... So... Here. Sudoku channel does Taco Tuesday. Alright. Taco Sudoku by Kimono. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Taco rules apply. A two-digit taco clue, XY, outside the grid gives the sum of x plus y plus the digits between x and y in the indicated row or column. For example, a valid taco sum for 18 could be 8, 3, 6, and 1, because the sandwich between 8 and 1, including 8 and 1, is 18. Because 1 plus 8 is 9, 3 and 6 is another 9, and 2 9s make 18. Is how my brain does it. Alright, easy enough. So, I'm going to go with this row down here. We've got 43 on the left side, which means that outside of that 43 is a 2. So, these on the ends must be 2, 4, or 3. And we've got 45 over here.
Yeah.
So that's a 4, that's a 5. That must be our 2, that must be 3. I didn't see the 45, which is why I hopped to the 43.
Well, and 26, they're at the right side of 29. Yeah. You've got the 2 on the right.
Yeah.
Or left. Yeah, the other right.
Whichever side is that way. What's left over from 26? 19? So, we need to make 15 in some grouping. What's the next biggest number? We've got 2 38s. Thirty-eights have 7 left over on the outside.
Right.
Which could either be a 7 by itself, or 1 6, or 2 5. You couldn't do 3 4 because you need the 3 as part of the taco.
Or if we look at row 1. Oh, wait a minute. If we look at column 1, sorry. 31 and 14. That's 45. And they both have a 1. So the 31 ends where the 14 begins.
I can't agree with that because I've got a 2 here. So I can't put a 4, a 1, and a 3.
Oh.
Well, actually I could.
Yeah, they're gonna
if I did 3, 1, and 4, let's just say that worked. Between the 1 and the 4, that would be 14. And between the 3 and the 1 would be 31. So the 1 gets counted an extra time. But you already said that that was 45.
Right.
So it's not possible to get that to work. Because it wouldn't work anyway.
Well,
yeah, I was right to say it wouldn't work anyway.
Right. The 4 would have to be on the inside of the 31.
Yeah. We get 47 going across, so
but they share it too.
How is that going to work? Because the only way it works is if I do 3, 2, 4, which, because of their sum being greater than 45 already, that clearly doesn't work. So it has to go 2, then 3, then 4. Right?
Well, that doesn't work. Because the 2 to 3 is 23. And then 4 would be 27. So the 2 has to be between the 3 and the 4.
But if I go 3, 2, and 4, then this is 24. And this is 23. Oh. This 2 gets subtracted from the sum.
Right.
So between here and here is 21. 21 and 24 is
45.
45. Okay, so that means 4 is here and 2 is there. And we put our 3 in the middle somewhere. No. The 2 is in the middle somewhere. Looking back at this one, if I did 3, well, that's just not going to work. But if it could have worked, where you do the 3 and then 1 and 4, the 1 would have been subtracted from the sum, and I'd had 44. But that still doesn't work, because I'd have to have 1 on the outside, but I know I have 1 on the inside. So, I had logicked that incorrectly before. What about this row? No, those don't matter. This row, well, that's only 37.
$31 is a minimum of 5 digits.
Yeah.
And you can't put the 3 in box 7 because it's already there.
So that means put the 3 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. 3 is in one of those positions, and then one of those positions for 1. But I need 14. I guess I could put a 9 between 1, 4. That'll give me
31 and 14. So you have to have 14 outside, beyond the 30, outside the 31.
Right.
So you wouldn't be able to put the 1
So then this.
Uh.
Wait. You said 31's a minimum of 5 digits, right?
Right, because 9, 8, 7, 6, and 1 would be 31. So it's a minimum of 5 digits for the 31.
4, 5. 9, 8, 7, and 6 is 30 plus 1. But I know I have 3 and 1. So it has to be 6 digits long. Minimum.
Right. So the 1,
Couldn't put 3 here. So I'm definitely going to have to put 3 up here. Has to be at least 6 digits long, so there's a 1. Well, it can't go there. And it can't go here to make 15. So something else is wrong?
why can't you put the 3? Oh,
If I put the 3 here,
because you can't do.
and I do 1, 9.
And you need 14 on the outside. So you need another 12. 5 and 7 would work.
Yeah. Although, I could maybe do a 3. No, wait. Because the 14, however I make the 14 mark, is going to need 16 outside of it, right? No, because that would only be 30. 17. Then the 3 means inside, between the 4 and the 3, is 14. And then outside of the 31 is 14. I cannot do 3 and 1 because I can't make 12 here. Can't do 3 and 1, or 1. I need, well, in order to get 14, or excuse me, in order to get 12, because I know the 2's already on the outside, in order to get 12, I need 2 digits, minimum. So, 1 is still one of those 2 digits. But if I go 1, then that puts my 3 here. Or I put the 3 here. And I get the 1 there. So I think 3 has to be one of those 2 digits. Think that's right?
Yeah, because you can't put 3 below the 4.
Yeah. And then I need 14 between. So that has to be the 3. And then I need 2 digits, so that has to be the 1 and the 9. I need 14 here. No, yes, 14.
6 and 8. Because you need 12 on the outside, which is 5 and 7.
that should be these two done. $35 needs 10 on the outside. $13 and 35 is 48. And minus the shared 3 is 45. So I get 1 and 5 on the ends. That's a 1, that's a 5. I can't put the 3 in here. So I can't put the 3 way down here, because that's minimum 15.
Yeah, it's going to have to be 193 coming from the top.
And of course, it's also the 10 on the outside, 35.
Right.
That makes these two done.
And that's the one for the 12.
Right.
And the 25 and the 12 share a 2. So 25 minus 12 is 13.
So this is an 8.
Yeah. Then we need 11. It's going to have to be in either 2 or 3.
It's either 2, 9.
Well, it couldn't be 2, 9.
Why not?
Oh, right, because that would be the. Never mind. 2, 9. Or
2 with a pair that
3,
sums
6.
to 9.
Which would be 3, 6, because it can't be 1, 8, 2, 7, or 4, 5. So it would have to be 3, 6.
And it can't be 2 and a 3 set. So we get 2 in one of those two. And so this is either 2, 3, 6, 3, 6, or 9. One, 2, 3. You know we have 4 over here. Well, not necessarily over there. 2, 7.
2, 3, 4, 6, 9 is what's left.
Oh, I need to have the 3 up here. But I could do 2 and 9 and put the 3 here. That means this is either 2 or 3. If this is 2,
because if it's 2, 9, then that's 3. And if that's 2, then it's 3, 6. Yeah.
4, 9. 4 is over here.
$38 is minimum
7 on the outside.
987653. Because it have to contain the 3 and the 8.
Oh, this cannot be a 9. Because it's maximum 7 outside of the 38. And if this is a 9, it cannot be in the 38. Right. In fact, we know this digit cannot be within the 38 because it's not 3 or 8. So that's not a 9. So this is either 1, well, it can't be 1, 3, or 2. So this has to be an 8. And we have to put 3, and we get 1, 2, and 4. Still 6 or 9. Did that reasoning make sense?
Yeah.
Because this was either in or out.
Right.
And if this was a 4, it couldn't be 4, 3, because we know the 3 is in. So it had to be 4, 1, 2. And then it had to either be 6, 1, and you couldn't put the 1 over here, so it would have to be 6, 1 up here. And then you'd have 2 3s in the same box. Unless I put 8 up here, and the 3 down here, but I already have a 3 there. The 3 has to be on this side. Yeah, so that had to be 4, and then I can't put 1 or 2 on the outside down here, so that has to be 4. Okay, I feel much more confident with the logic there. And 5, 6, 8, and 9 are the remainders blocks.
Okay, in row 9, the 26, we have a 2.
Yeah. And then 19
2,
left
3,
over on the
8.
outside.
Well, 2, 3, 8 is 13. So we need another 13, but it has to include the 6. But we already have, and you can't use 1, 6 for the 7. You can't use 2, 3, 2, 5, or 3, 4. So it's going to have to be 7, 6.
Here?
No, coming from the 8. After the 8 is going to be 7, and then 6. The only way it works, because 2, 3, 8 is 13, and you need another 13. Well, you can't do 7 in 2 digits in between.
Okay. And then these two are, well,
1 and 9.
6 up there. 2, 3 pair means that's not a 3. If this was a 2, it would be outside of the 38.
Well, 38
again,
needs 7 on the outside.
Right.
And there's a 6, so it would have to be so that's got to be the 3 at the top.
And so this is a 1 and an 8 and a 9 and a 1. Oh, wait. No, yeah, because this is inside. 2, 6, 9. So the 38 here is done.
Row 3, the 36. The 3 is there. 9 on the outside.
And we know both of these have to be on the outside.
Right.
Let's see, what's left over in this box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These aren't 4s. If I could do 2, 7.
Right.
I can't do 2 and 4.
You can't put 6 over there because you have to have, between the 3 and the 6, you have to.
Yeah. If this wasn't a 6, it was an 8. And if it was an 8, it's outside. But I'm only allowed 9 on the outside, and this is minimum 6.
So 2 and 7. Yeah.
4. 2, 7 is going to fix these two.
All right, that makes the 36 done. The 25 and the 12 are done.
15. Got 1. Plus 3 is 4. I need 11 more. So that's at least 2. And neither of those is 5, so this must be 5 and 6.
And 6.
1, 2, and 7. This 3... Oh,
And,
I just put the 2 here. So that's not 2, because I can't do 24 and 2.
Right. All right, outside 24. Outside of 24 would be 21.
That's 10. Either 11 or 17. We know this one's in the 24. Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
Okay, well, if we go on that... Oh, yeah, because 24. All right, the 23 has 22 on the outside. So we need to sum the 12. An additional 12, right? No.
Yeah. Yeah, an additional 12.
Yeah, 23 and 25. So an additional 12.
7, 5, and 2 might work. 1 would need an extra, and then I put the 2 here. But I can't do 5 and 19, so this must be 2. Because that can't be 2. So if this is 24, 14, 12, and that must be 7 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9.
8 and 9. So the 23 and 24 are done. That all the 24 up there in row 3.
26 is done down here. So we may make 18 work somehow.
Oh,
whereas
right.
8 can't be in this box or up there, so 8's there. And I could put 1 here if I put a 9 there. In fact, where does 9 go in this column? Well, these 2 boxes already have 9. So that's a 9, that's a 1. This must be 2 or 7. 2, 3, 6, and 7. 2s and 7s are out. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
It's the 4. The 4 for row 3.
There.
It can't be the first one because of the 3-4 pair.
All right.
Yeah. Well, and 24, if it's 4 on the right, that's 7 and 9. That's not enough.
We know
9,
this is 12.
12, 16. We need another 8. 9. 1, 5, 7.
In that order.
Okay, so I think that's now all the outsides. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's got to be 2, 7. Make that 24. 6, 7. 2, 3. What are these two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7 and 9.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's 2, 6, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4, 6. Yeah. Missed puzzle. Gotcha. Puzzle into the thing. Now we look up Germany for Sudoku. Try this again without this apostrophe. That looks like this puzzle. Row 7. Followed by row 8. Very nice. Well, that's not the rating I wanted. Average?
Yeah, average works for me.
Yeah. The math was pretty heavy in the puzzle. It's like on the harder side of average. But I think it's still average. Because you can get this one fairly straightforwardly.
Right.
And then once you get this 4, that automatically places 2 and 3. I don't know, you have to work through the math pretty much all the time. I mean, I get that's kind of standard for these types of puzzles, but I don't know. I'm going to stick with average, but it's on the harder side of average. Alright. In that case, that notes. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to do another puzzle, because I've been yawning the whole time. Which has been kind of annoying.
Take some deeper breaths. You need some oxygen.
Ooh.
You have an overabundance of carbon dioxide in your blood.
Alright, I guess we can do one more. So, let's grab one more bookmark. Alright, last puzzle for today is going to be Castle Keep by Zegres. I think it's Zegres. So I have a hard time pronouncing Zegre. S? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Well, actually, no, it does matter. So hopefully I pronounced one of those correctly. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Along a blue line, each line segment within a different 3x3 box must sum to the same total. Blue lines have different totals to one another, and the digit in the gray square is even. Cells separated by a white dot must contain consecutive digits. Well, this one up here is 6, 7, 8, or 9, because those three have to be a minimum of 6. And if we add on those two, that's a minimum of 15. So this ends up being 6, 7, 8, or 9, because these two are those 5.
Well, there's the gray square is even.
These are minimum 15.
Yeah, so is box 4.
That makes these 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, and the 2 that goes down into box 7 for.
So, I mean, if I make this red, yellow, blue, I mean, that just makes this not blue. That doesn't feel useful.
No. Although in box 2,
Yeah,
the most they sum to is 17.
right. That puts a maximum of 7 on these two, because these were already max 6. And that puts max 7 on all of those.
All right, in box 4, 8 and 9 both have to go there. In box 6, 8 and 9 both have to go in there. So 8 and 9 go across the top somewhere.
I'm not seeing set pattern. Or set theory. A
No, I
way
don't either.
to create sets that would allow me to put things together. I mean, if I wanted to try and do some set theory, I could do red and blue. And then red and blue. Blue and red. Blue and red. And I need one more red. There. Red and blue have equal sums.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty useless.
Yep.
Blue is 90 more than red. If we maximize red, that would be a 9, 2 9s, and... Or let's just do one of the reds. It would be a 9 and 5, 4, 3. So that's...
Which is 21.
Yeah. So red is maximum 41.
42.
Right. You'd think I would know how to do math. Red is max 42. Blue is therefore maximum 42 plus 90 is equal to 132. What is blue minimum? Well, it would be 45 minus 17, which is 28 times 2. Is 56 plus 1 through 5 is 15 in box 5, plus, well, it would have to be another 28
Well,
in box 2.
boxes 4 and 6 are minimum 30. Because
No, that's
boxes 4 and...
maximum.
No. Because they have to contain 8 and 9. In boxes 4 and 6.
Yeah.
And 1, 2 is 20. Is the minimum that's contained in blue in boxes 4 and 6.
Yeah, but we know that the maximum on here is 17, so the minimum here has to be 28.
Okay. Right.
And that's true in box 2 as well. Box 5 doesn't have such a restriction.
Right.
So this 2 makes that a 7, 1 makes it an 8, 5 makes this 91, and the 8 makes that 99. So 99 to 132 is a pretty big jump.
Actually, since in 4 and 6, since the minimum that blue can be is 28, we know it contains 17 anyway.
Yeah.
And 11, well, it can't be 2, 9, and 3, 8. So 4, 7, or 5, 6 is going to be the minimum.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and 3 definitely occur on.
Yeah.
Oh, we knew that anyway, because the max is 17.
I could try and put red here. I'm going to eliminate those. And then I can shift the red from here to here. And then if I look at these, I want red max. So minimizing these 3 pairs would be 3 sets of 15. So that would be 90 minus 45. That would be minimum 15, minimum 15, minimum 15. Yeah. So now red is max 45. Blue is 45 more. Yeah, because we did. Yeah, because okay, if we start, if we do red being these 3 groups, and blue being these 4, then we eliminate red, blue, red, blue. Well, then I don't even need this one. Yeah, we just do these 3 for blue and these 3 for red. So, okay. Less complicated than I needed to make it. Which is now 90. And then we said that this was 3 sets of 28 as the minimum, which is 6 and 24, which is now 84. Is a much more manageable range. But that's probably just simply a given anyway. Yeah, I don't see how this adds information.
It doesn't.
Alright, well that sucks. Now what am I missing? Okay, well, one of these two has to have 8 or 9 on it.
Right.
But even if I did 1 and 9, or excuse me, 1 and 8, that just makes 9, then I can put 4 and 5 on here, and it doesn't even affect those. So then, do I have to even care about the fact that one of those can have 8 or 9 on it? I don't think so.
Okay, box 4. Cannot be
Can't be 17.
Can't be 17. Yeah,
That
that's
would be
what
an
I was
8, 9.
trying to say. 8, 9, which puts 8, 9 there, then it can't be 8, 9. So now 7 has to be with that 8, 9.
Right. Because if it can't be 17, it can't be on there.
Can it be 16? Because that would be 7, 9 up there and 7, 9 over here.
No, because... Yeah.
7, 9 would put 7, 9 there, and then you couldn't have 7, 9. So it can't be 16. So it has to be 15.
And whatever this pair is
that pair.
So this is a different pair, which is going to be those two. Okay, yeah, that's super obvious now that you've looked through that.
Okay, so the max that can be on that Kropke dot on the top is going to be a 6. Not that that's very helpful, but
Because the top one could be a 5, and
right.
5, well, it couldn't be a 5, excuse me. A 4, a 5 here, and a 6 here,
6, yeah.
and that's 10, and that still puts 8 and 2, or
right.
9.
9 and 1, yeah.
So I'll take that off for now. We can still have 7 over here. Because this can still be 8, 9, and that be 8, 9, and 8, 9 in that grouping just fine. can I put a 7 on here? If I did, let's say I put the 7 here. The rest of it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, now I can't put the 7 here.
Right.
So if I put the 7 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, you'd have 6, 8, 9 there.
Right.
So that takes 7 off. If I did 5 and...
If you put 6 at the bottom for 16...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
So you can't put 6 at the bottom.
Oh, if this didn't have a 7 on it... Okay. This cannot be 15, because if it was 15, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4, 5. Not allowed. So 15's not allowed. If it was 16, we would take a 5 off, and we'd put a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 would have to be up here. But that would be allowed.
So 16 would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 17 would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Right.
The 9 here pairs with the 9 that's here, taking 9 off of those.
No, because it could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Oh, and then 8 and 8 reflects back. Now this must be 7, 9. So now this is 16, and it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Right.
5, 7, 8, 9, but we don't have 7 in here, or 5, 8 there. 6 has to be up top, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 5 now has to be one of those, so those can't be 5. 7, 9 takes a 7 out. 7, 8
Well, we
forces
know
a
that
9.
one. I was going to say that one has to be blue.
I'm going to take the coloring out, though. Because that was just useful for that one.
Right, yeah.
We don't know that this is 15. Except, we do know that these two 7s force a 7 up here. Once we put a 7 up here, well, now this must be 17. So that's going to be an 8. 1 and 7 makes 8. 2, 4, 3 makes 9. And we have 5, 6, 8, 9. This was so obvious. I can't believe it took us so long to see that. Alright, now what? This is a 7, 8 pair. 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. Oh, I could have... As soon as I marked this as blue, I could have marked both of those as red. 7, 9. Oh, that one's no 9. I did that wrong. 7, 9. That one's first try. Okay, well this is maximum 5, 6. Same maximum over here. Can't have a 6, so this is actually maximum 4 or 5.
Well,
So that can't be
9. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this is 3, 4, 5, which takes 1 off. 1, 2, 3,
Actually,
4.
oh no, yeah, good, never mind.
7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 are all removed, so that's 5 or 6. Oh, and this is minimum 8, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is maximum 5. Makes this maximum 13. It's fine. I can still put an 8 and 5 there. This cannot sum to 8, because the only way that works is a 1 and a 7. You can't do 2 and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 1 and 2 is in this group. Now 1 and 2 is in that group. Well, no, just 1, because that could be a 2. It's 10 o'clock. Logic here was so easy. I'm still so peeved it took us so long.
All right. One has to go in box 1 in the center column, the bottom 2. One of the bottom 2.
Say again?
In box 1, the 1 has to go one of those 2. And the same with box 3.
This cannot be a 3-4 pair, because it would be 7, but that's already been set here.
6 has to go in the center column of box 1. Column or row. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Nine, 5, 1, 6. That's out. Can't put 5, so 5 has to be one of these two. 5 comes out of that group. This cannot be 3 and 4.
Yeah, and it can't be. It could be 3 and 6. No, it can't be. Yeah, it can.
But we have to have a 6 on here.
Right.
And the
that
6
means
is
the
in this group.
5 in column 7 goes in box 9.
One, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Oh, 5 can be placed in box 3. That's a 5-8 pair in column 9.
So 9. Out of 6. Out of 6. And 8 is out. 1 is out. Means 1 is over here. 2, 3, 4, and 6. That's a 1. That's not a 1.
Column 7, the 2 has to, yeah.
So
Which places the 2?
Here.
So 2 is consecutive with 3.
Right.
And that's now 8. Sums to 8. That
1 and 7, the minimums. Something else. 1s are out. 4 is out from those two. These two can be 7. This is now minimum 10. 4, 8, 4s, 8, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, out. 6, 6, 9, 4 places of 4, 2, it's on 4s.
Column 2, the 2s come out.
This is still maximum 13. Still do 5 and 8.
Minimum is 10. 3 and 7 on the inbox. Since minimum is 10 on box 7, the 2 doesn't work in box 9. I'll let you finish that.
No, I'll take that off. You said 2 because 2 and 7.
Right.
And if well, this being maximum 13 still and minimum 10, the 13 is 1, 3, and 9, so that allows you to use all the digits. Or 13, one possibility is 1, 3, 9. So you can use any of the digits. With them being 2 digits each, that doesn't even require that the digits that show up on here don't show up on here. They just can't show up together.
Right.
So one of these 2 is up here. So these 2 cannot be the same.
Right. So
because
it
if
can't
this
be
was
5.
red and blue, I could put red on here, but then I couldn't put blue here. It would have to go down here. So then this
Right.
couldn't be a red-blue pair. So then this is yellow and green.
So 5, 8 is actually out. So in box 9, 5, 3 doesn't work. It's not big enough because it's minimum 10. 5, 4 doesn't work. But 5, 8 is 13, and the only way to get 13 in the bottom is 5, 8. So that's 7. That could be 3, 8, and 7, 4.
Because
But
of the
7 and it
7
can't
here.
be 10 up there now because the only way to get 10 on the bottom is also 7, 3.
Yeah.
That can't be a 3. 11 would be 3 and 8 at the bottom.
If this was a 7, these 2 would be the same.
And 15 doesn't work because you can't get 15 there, so it's 7, 4 in box 9.
This is 11.
That's 11.
1 and 2 and 8 be the maximum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
6
Can't
is the
put an 8
max.
on there.
6 is the max that can go on there.
7. Can't put a 4 on any of them. These 2 can't be a 2, and this one can't be 1 or 3. Where's 9 in this row? Not there, not there, and neither of those 2.
All right, on the
6.
6 has to go on the blue line, and that's with 5, 2, and 3. So it's going to be 2, 3, 6. And it's a 3, 6 pair, so yeah.
9, 6, 7, 4, 3, 8, 6, 8, a 9 out of 4, 7.
Row 6, where's the 3?
3's out. 3's out. 3 is out, and not on. So that's 3, 6 and 3, 9. 9, 7, 9. 5, 8,
5, 8 pair and
6.
5, 8 pair in column 4. Yeah.
6, 1, 5, 1, 7, 5, 8, 7, 9, 8, 5, 7, 8. Yes! We did it! Within time. We didn't go over at all. If you ignore the 11 minutes of staring, doing nothing, because my brain wasn't working, until Mum saw this obvious thing. Alright.
Yeah. That's like, oh, man. Yeah, well, we both stared at that for a long time.
Yeah.
Of course, you did waste a lot of time in set theory trying to come up with.
Yeah. Paste. Add this line. Do this real quick. Boom. Video description updated. Wrong buttons clicked. Alright, what's the solution? Row 6. Bam. Congratulations. Very nice. Average? Once you see this,
Yeah.
I mean,
kind
it
of
was
flowed pretty well from that.
Yeah, I mean, it was still kind of mathematically intensive over here. But I don't know. It wasn't super difficult. It just happened to be the last puzzle we did today. So that is that. Submit. Forgot to rate the puzzle. Seems to be in line with what everyone else is saying in difficulty wise. So that is it for today. I've already updated the video description, so if you want to try any of those puzzles, they're already in there. But yeah, alright. Then, without further ado, I will just simply say, have a good night. If you're interested in other content, it is, well, it's not posted, but I guess there will be more ado. If you wanted to leave already, you have done so. If you want the more ado, there will be more Monster Hunter World this Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want more Sudoku, that will be on Monday and Tuesday next week at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Whereas Saturday is a.m. Because my friend is night shift and I am day shift. And I will play Final Fantasy VI sometime, eventually, maybe this year. What day of the week is it? Tuesday? Feels like a Tuesday. My calendar won't.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So maybe I'll play it tomorrow. With that being said, make sure to do all of the fancy YouTube engagement stuff, and have a good night. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful